Next, we're going to look at the parametric EQ effect. Let me just apply it to our audio layer here, the simple rock lick. It allows us to go in and select three different bands or ranges of frequencies to either boost, in other words, increase the loudness of, or cut, decrease the loudness of. And here's how this works. Let me resize this a little bit so we can see what's going on here. So right now we only have one band enabled. So first we select the frequency, in other words, the pitch of the notes we're going to select. And then we adjust the bandwidth. If we want to adjust a specific frequency, then we want to reduce this bandwidth amount. You can see here in the graph, as I take this down, we're going to be more specific. This point is going to, well, get more pointy as we get more specific about the tones that we want to adjust. If you are working on music, and let's say you want to pump up the bass or something, then you probably want a wide range. You want to increase the bandwidth, so you're just not increasing one particular sound, just the bass overall maybe. But like many of the audio effects in After Effects, they have a dual purpose. They can adjust music, or they also can be effective when you're working with video. And maybe there's some audio noises on the audio track of your video that shouldn't be there. So if you're trying to get rid of a specific frequency, then again, you would take the bandwidth down. Now, if this is a positive number, the boost cut value, if this is a positive number, then you're going to increase. You see that spike goes up a little bit there, our curve goes up. If we take it into a negative number, we're going to go below the 0 decibel mark, and we're actually going to be cutting or lowering the sound of those frequencies. Now, the way that this graph works is that from left to right, we're talking about the hertz. In other words, the pitch of the music. On the left side, we have very, very low notes, and on the right side, we have very, very high notes. And that can be a basic guide for you. I realize it's not that specific as far as what's all in between here, but that can be just a general guide for you. Now, vertically, we read this as volume. So as the curve goes downwards, we are reducing the volume of these particular frequencies. As it goes up, we are increasing the volume of given frequencies. And if we check band 2 and band 3, you see we get different curves, and we could use these to make multiple adjustments at the same time. Now I'm just going to go ahead and reset this, and let's hear what this sounds like without parametric EQ. Okay, and let's hear what it sounds like with a little parametric EQ. And let's go ahead and bump up the bandwidth so there's a bigger range of frequencies getting adjusted. And let's give it a little bit bigger of a boost. And let's hear that again. So we got some redlining going on here in the audio panel. Definitely thickened things up quite a bit. Now, generally, other than the main lead synthesizer there, we just basically bumped up the volume of the whole thing. And it makes sense because only the highest of pitches were not affected by the volume increase. Almost everything else, as you can see here, was affected by us boosting those frequencies. So let's move the frequency over a little bit. And let's get a little bit more specific, take down the bandwidth amount so it's a little bit more precise of a curve. So we're focusing only on a very small range of frequencies. And let's not boost it quite so much. And let's go ahead and listen to that. Very cool. Now let's hear it without the parametric EQ. Wow, that actually did quite a bit. And also, I don't think we were redlining quite as much, if at all, here in the audio panel while we were doing that. So it's a nice way to bring out some of the highlights in the tones of the music. And again, it also can be used to get rid of unwanted noises and crackles and beeps and that kind of thing.